Young MISSIONARY. He sharp like barbed wire. She stole my heart, then she got archived. I keep it short with a bitch, Lord Farquaad. All the girls in the front row, all the girls at the barricade, all the girls have been waiting all day. Let your tongue hang out, fuck everything. If you came with a man, let go of his hand. Everybody in the suite kicking up their feet. Stand up, bitch, dance. And all the guys in the back waiting on the next track. Cut your boy a little slack. It's Young Jack. I'm vanilla, baby. I'll choke you, but I ain't no killer, baby. She 28, telling me I'm still a baby. I get love in Detroit like Skillet, baby. And the thing about your boy is I don't like no whips and chains, and you can't tie me down. But you can whip your lovin' on me. That's right, whip your lovin' on me.
Run up on this bitch. I miss you. 3 times. Yeah. Sticking to the code, all these hoes for the street. I put it in her nose, it's gon' make her pussy leak. Pussy niggas told ain't gon' wake up at they sleep. You can't hear that switch, but you can hear them niggas scream. All my hoes do shrooms, nigga, all my hoes do coke. 20-carat ring, I put my fingers down her throat. If I lose a carat, she might choke. I know she gon' swallow, she'll go. Free band nigga, bring the racks in. Got the shooters in the corner like the pack in. She think cause she was at it, bitch, she attractive. That's that shit that get you put up at the section. And the model still the same. Ball like I won a championship game. You know these hoes hungry, they gon' fuck for a name. I put her on the game, she get fucked for a chain. Got your girl in this bitch, she twirling on the dick. I got syrup in this bitch, turn up in this bitch. And we bout the irks in this bitch, get murked in this bitch. All these pointers on me, baby, you know it's game time. Bring a friend, bitch, we fuck them at the same time. I'm a different nigga, no, we not the same kind. You can have that look, bitch, you ain't mine. Young dope dealer selling dope, is you like that? Kicking doors, kicking in doors, is you like that? Young throw nigga selling lows, is you like that? All 24, you won't go, is you like that? Niggas from the bottom really like that. Stepping in balances if you like that. Pop another bottle if you like that.
These niggas talking out of their neck. Don't put no coffin out of your mouth. I'm way too paranoid for a threat. Hey, let's get it, bro. DOT, the money, power, respect. The last one is better. Say yes, a lot of goofies with a check. I mean, I hold them sentiments symbolic. My temperament bipolar, I choose violence. Okay, let's get it up. It's time for him to prove that he's a problem. Niggas clicking up, but cannot be legit. No 40 water, tell him. Yeah, get up with me. Fuck sneak this and first person shooter. I hope they came with 3 switches. I crash out like fuck rap. This Melly Mel if I had to. Got 2 T's with me. I'm snatching chains and burning tattoos. It's up. Lost too many soldiers not to play it safe. If he walk around with that stick, it ain't Andre 3K. Think I won't drop the location. I still got PTSD. Motherfuck the big 3. Nigga, it's just big me. Nigga, boom. What? I'm really like that. And your best work is a light pack. Nigga, Prince outlived Mike Jack. Nigga, boom. For all your dogs getting buried. That's a K with all these 9s. He gon' see Pet Cemetery, nigga.
Young dope dealer selling dope, is you like that? Kicking doors, kicking in doors, is you like that? Young throw nigga selling lows, is you like that? All 24, you won't go, is you like that? Niggas from the bottom really like that. Stepping in balances if you like that. Pop another bottle if you like that. Selling dope, is you like that? Kicking doors, kicking in doors, is you like that? Young throw, nigga selling lows, is you like that? All 24, you won't go, is you like that? Niggas from the bottom really like that. Stepping in balances if you like that. Pop another bottle if you like that. Came bringing dope, niggas was John slanging powder. Walking a strip club, make it rain for 3 hours. Locked in and now I got my phantom in my driver. Perked out, took chances in my hood like Nevada. Surfed out outside, white interior lasagna. 100,000s, I just cashed out on designer. Had to devour a nigga, I learned in the jungle. Once I said it's low, that's $1 million in a week.
Push the fucking pack off of the porch or break a pound down. Get the scrap if it happen to blow, it makes a round sounds. Pussy cat on my lap, push it back and go to town down. Putting rap on my back and I'm black and snatching crowns. I they came back around. Like a nigga selling crack in pounds. I got a bag now, but it's nothing to brag about. Gun blast in the background. I'm a black man with the bloodhounds. Mac 10 making love sounds to a bad chick. She from uptown, no from down south. Not a loudmouth, we could fuck around. Hit the music, baby, cut it down. Hit the doobie while you do me indubitably. I feel like I'm a bust now. I feel like a bust down. When I shine bright, blind niggas is up now. In the cut, big black truck pack sacked up. You can pick it up now, nigga. Fuck it, okay. Push the fucking pack off of the porch or break a pound down. Get the scrap if it happen to blow, it makes a round sounds. Pussy cat on my lap, push it back and go to the fucking pack off of the porch or break a pound down. Get the scrap if it happen to blow, it makes a round sounds. Pussycat on my lap, push it back and go to town down. Putting rap on my back and I'm black and snatching crowns. I came back around like a nigga selling crack in pounds. I got a bag now, but it's nothing to brag about. Gun blast in the background, I'm a black man with the bloodhounds. Mac 10 making love sounds to a bad chick, she from uptown, no from down south, not a loudmouth, we could fuck around. Hit the music, baby, cut it down. Hit the doobie while you do me indubitably. I feel like I'm a bust now. I feel like a bust down. When I shine bright, blind niggas is up now. In the cut, big black truck pack sacked up. You can pick it up now, nigga, fuck it, okay. Push the fucking pack off of the porch or break a pound down. Get the scrap if it happen to blow, it makes a round sounds. Pussycat on my lap, push it back and go to town down. Putting rap on my back and I'm black and snatching crowns.
I know I can't afford to stop for one moment.
Good morning, folks. Hope everybody is having a happy Saturday morning. Welcome to the Delaware USA Sports Pro-Am Basketball Association, also in partnership with the HBCU Basketball Association. We're looking to have a beautiful day. We're going to have some competitive talent that's going to hit the floor, and everybody is finalizing because the grand prize is $100,000. And we have two of the top teams that are going to kick this one off for us right away. And we're going to make sure that we get it going in the right direction. We've got the Christian Travelers are going to play WAWG. And this one here is going to be a competitive battle. They all competed yesterday at the highest level. And what I saw today was a lot of talent that can definitely prosper in the HBCU Basketball Association. So as we look forward and we go forward, one of the things we want to do is really take a deeper dive because the matchups are going to come down. We're in the final 8. And as we walk down to the final 4, there's going to be some interesting things that could happen. And nothing's predicted as far as who will be the winner or who actually is going to be the better team. The number one thing is you just compete at the highest level and you play as hard as you can and you give it all that you have. And each team knows there's only one winner. There's only going to be one winner of the grand prize of $100,000. Our sponsors are going to carry this. We got Mario's West Side Market, and that's the one-time family meal is their special. They're located at 1425 West Lake Mead Boulevard, Las Vegas, Nevada. And we also have Sir Taj Fried Rice, 722 West Cary Avenue, Las Vegas, Nevada. And, of course, we have the Macaroni Grill, which they're on board, and they have offering also an additional discount of 20%. So you can go on over to the Macaroni Grill here in Las Vegas and mention that you're a part of the National Pro-Am Basketball Association, and I'll be happy to get you some great food, a great sandwich, and also give you a 20% discount. So it looks like the captains are meeting with the officials. We're going to tip this one up. And again, we've got the Christian Travelers versus WAWG, and it's just going to be a good day of basketball. I had a lot of fun yesterday. I had some surprises, and Undisputed, they really took out the Blazers. That was a game I thought the Blazers would go ahead and take down handily, but that actually didn't happen. You know, so at the end of the day, no matter what happens or what gets done, you do have to play basketball. And when you do have to play basketball, you're going to always have a winner and you're going to have a loser. It's just going to depend who that's going to be. So we're going to get it started. We're going to tip it up. We're going to enjoy each and every moment of it. And I'm Mike Walker, and I got my co-host Tom Nugent, and we're just going to bring you the best that we can bring. But at the end of the day, these guys are competing, again, for the main goal of the main prize. This is $100,000. So at the end of the day, one winner will take it all, and you may be surprised who that may be, because I did see some players yesterday that came up and played big, played better than the expectation, and that was how they won the ball game. So this one here will get really interesting. You got the WAWG coming out of Chicago, and the Christian Travelers are coming out of Los Angeles. So you got Chicago as well. So you got Chicago versus Chicago is what's going on here. And that's going to be just as fair as it can be. So we'll see where it goes. They're going to tip it on up. And we're just going to call it like we see it. One of the things we like to do is we make sure that we get it to where it's going to be. And we also got you on the HBCU Go Sports. And that one there is going to really lead into this HBCU Basketball Association. But the heart and soul of it, you got Del Val USA Sports. And you've got the officials that are here. And folks, let me tell you, these officials are rated right up there as NBA officials. So we're going to tip it up and let's see what we got, and we'll see where we can go with this. That's about a 28 short footer. You know, you get a lot of guys feel they're warm, they're just not warm enough, and that shot was short. It just wasn't warm. That's a good comeback, penetration. Well, that one didn't make any sense because you had the layup, but you passed it back. And every bucket counts, folks. That's a simple motion they got going, trying to turn it to two-man game. That should be that should be a nice bucket. Yeah, you know, these guys always in the first quarter, I always tell you, it's going to take them a little bit to get them warmed up. So we've seen a couple air balls go both sides. But eventually they'll settle down and they'll get their legs warm. And when that happens, they'll be ready to go. The WAWG plays off of not necessarily three-point shots. They like to penetrate and go deep into the paint. So shooting's not their expertise, but they'll get going and get inside and get to the paint, and that will be what they're looking to do. The Travelers, they got some good guard play. The guards are good three-point shooters. They really got good angles on it. They like to find the deep in the corner. And so stay tuned, and we'll see which way it's going to go. That's a nice pass. That's a nice fill. And that's basketball right there. That's what you want. That's what the WAWG specializes in. Yeah, their guard's not getting deep. That one there got a little too deep. It's a good cross, 12-footer, not going. That shot's off front rim as well. So they're just warming up. Give them a second and the buckets will start dropping. Boy, they're just kind of launching. Looks just like the NBA. I mean, if you ever get in the first quarter of the NBA and you take a look at the game, boy, that first quarter, about the first 4 or 5 minutes going to be super rough. And then they'll settle down. Well, that's a tough shot right there. Got a hand in your face. Okay, that's the WAWG. That's what they do, folks. They dribble, drive, penetration. They know how to get deep into the paint. When they get solidly in there, that's their game. That's the way they play. And they're aggressive. The big man feels he's healthy. He got injured early yesterday, so he couldn't give a full effort, but the big man's ready to go. And hopefully if they can add him to the addition, that will really make a difference. Now, you got the Christian Travelers. They got a couple 6'10", 7-footers. And so they got good touch from the inside on there as well. So it should be interesting. First free throw is going to be off the mark. Second free throw is good. Look for the Travelers to look for the deep shot. They're a long-range shooting team. That's their specialty. That'll get, yeah, you see how they move that basketball inside out? Boom, that's what they do well. And they really can rotate the basketball. That's good inside post move. He's got him late on the foul. I believe he's got that on the floor. Well, I'll tell you, either they're changing the game or the whistles are coming later. I mean, that was about a 3-second delay on that whistle. So I was just kind of concerned that he called him on a loose ball foul, but he actually called that on the shot. First free throw's no good. Second one's up and good. The WAWG's talking to the Travelers business. As you got Chi-Town versus Chi-Town. So these guys are kind of going back and forth. When you get two teams coming from the same area, that kind of makes it a little bit more of an interesting battle. And you never know who's going to do well and who's not. It's a lot of range right there, folks. He had the belief, but the ball didn't find the rim. That's a travel, but no, official didn't want to call it. You know, when you miss a call and it goes to the next call, that really just kind of shakes things up, because no matter how great the next call is, the player's going to react. You missed the first call. But nevertheless, he called it. He got the foul. He's going to get 2 shots. First free throw's good. You can see the coach is ready. I mean, he's got it. That coach over there with the Christian Travelers. He wants time out early. Okay, he wants an early time. $6:32 to go. We got the Macaroni Grills, got you all set up, great sandwiches. We got Mario's all the way out there, Mario's West Side Market. Going in there and get you a nice family meal. And we also got Sir Todd's fried rice. Again, this is the Delaware Sports USA, HBCU Basketball Association Pro-Am National Championship. And the championship, the grand prize is $100,000. These are professional players. They're not college players, and they're not high school players. These guys have played in, some of them have played in the NBA, some of them coming from overseas. They've been in the G League, so these guys know the game, and they're competing for that $100,000 prize. So they'll always start with a high post screen, and they're going to try to roll that off. If they reverse that basketball, you've got the wing wide open. They just got to get there. They're working on the opposite side, but that's a good look. He fumbled. Yeah. Well, that's good weak side look. Got him on the block. That's a good weak side look by the guard. He saw he had it, and he actually pitched that thing over to the next side to give him a better opportunity. Officials got him on a block. We're going to shoot 2. First one's up and down. You know, when you get that kind of position, you can kind of see coach just lacing up the official. What you want to do, the coach is trying to work them early. They're not working them for that call. They're trying to work them for later on in the game when they want that call. You kind of buy in insurance points, and the officials, sometimes they'll cave in and give you that. Second free throw's good, 6:07 to go. We got an 8-3 as a score. And they're going to get that one on the ground. You can also see you got the WAWG coach. They're pretty fiery, and they're ready to go. I mean, these guys are trying to bounce back. They took a good loss yesterday, but they bounced back. So they're trying to get back and get into it. But again, this is the Elite 8. This is going to walk you down to 4 and then to 2. And then we'll crown our champion, and they'll go home and celebrate. And we're going to try to bar them out of casinos because we don't want them spending that $100,000 in the casinos. So, but nevertheless, they're grown men. They're going to do what they need to do. That's a good peck and roll. He's got him underneath. Okay, big man didn't finish, but he got the call. Now, the Christian Travelers have a lot of size. And for the life of me, I don't know why they're not utilizing that size. I mean, they're standing 6'10", 7 feet. And that was where they could kind of play a little possession basketball, slow the tempo down, and they can control the game. But they're still so good from the outside. First free throw's good. And one thing I know, when you come from the windy city, Chicago basketball, and you go deep in the roots of it all the way down. Of course, we all know Derrick Rose was from Simeon High School in Chicago. But you got Soldier Field, the Chicago Bears. That's Walter Payton coming out of HBCU Jackson State. So you got a good feel, and next one's good as well. We're sitting here 8-5, and the Travelers are getting warmed up and trying to get back into this ball game. He's got him deep enough. He loses dribble, and he just got it tied away. They're off and running. Easy bucket transition for the Travelers. Travelers are fired up. Their bench is out there cheering. They're electrified right now. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. That was a tough roll. Nobody hit the glass. Oh, way to work, big fella. Way to work, big fella. That's good work right there. That's good work. Way to bounce back. Now, one thing about 42, he's springy right there with the basketball, but man, oh man, is he active. He is really active, and he can really get things going. A little bit off on that shot, but you'll see him on the offensive glass, defensive glass. He's got active hands, deflects a lot of passes. He just makes that team go. Yep, that's what you want to do. That's what you want to do. That's making the play right there. Wang's always impressed me, but Wang likes to play from behind. They never feel comfortable when they're in the lead, and they always retreat and then come back at the end. That's a good-looking shot. The shot was open, the shot didn't fall, and there again is the Wang are advancing, and they're just going to get to the basket, folks. That's their bread and butter. Oh, I don't know why he passed that out. He had a layup, but he got another layup. Bucket's good. You got the Wanger up 14-9, 3:31 in the first. So this was just starting to cook a little bit and just starting to get going. You got a foul on that one underneath. Going to shoot two. What the officials are doing now, they're trying to establish the tempo of the game. They're trying to establish how they're going to call the game. And officials, they play a major part because I always believe there's three teams playing each and every time. You got the home team, you got the visiting team, and then you have the team of the officials. So they kind of play the role, but they can set the pace. And if they set the pace correctly, you can actually have where they can let them play either let them play or you're going to whistle them tough. It's one or two ways, but they got to pick it. And if they're going to let them play, you let them play on both ends. That's what it's all about. The players kind of prefer that because they understand that they're going to get banged and hit. But still, they can just go play. You got it right now, 14-10. And there's easy bucket. And that's coming. Wang is just beating the Travelers down. They're just not fast enough to keep up with them. But they hang tough. The Wang's going to warm up, and their shot's going to start falling. That's a good 12-foot move. It's a little short. Yeah, that shouldn't happen. Play like that shouldn't happen. You cross half court, nobody's picking up a man. So they're not calling out who they're guarding, and that left somebody wide open. Wang's getting it done. Travelers going to need a timeout here. They're going to need to talk about this because they're down by 10. And if they don't get a bucket here, he's going to have to make some substitution, get some guys in there that can execute. course, he wants to stick with the starters, but the starters are struggling right now, and the shots are not falling. That's big time. That's their bread and butter, the three-pointer. So they'll play the game of 3 and 3 to make 2. So you score 2 points. Oh, come on, guys. You know, that should be unacceptable. And I don't know why the Christian Travelers coach is allowing that, because that's flat out no defense, and that's in a half-court game. Yeah, they just prefer to score. They don't care whether or not they stop anybody. They just say, hey, we're going to score. But one thing about the WAWG he's saying is, hey, let me call timeout and correct this. So you can see the WAWG coaches over there like, hey, guys, we got to extend our defense beyond the point line, because you can't just sit there and give up the threes. So you understand that this is the Delaware USA Sports, and this is the Pro-Am National Basketball Championship, played for $100,000 in partnership with the HBCU Basketball Association and HBCU Go Sports. So this is a partnership of 3 that has brought it to you, and they have done something that it's an inaugural that $100,000, and the players are really talented. I'm surprised when I got here. I didn't expect this talent level, but you got some guys that can play some basketball, and there's going to be more guys that are going to come in as we continue. But I will tell you right now, you have some talent on the floor. Oh, he just blew on the layup. Just blew the layup. Yeah, he's got it. They're getting around, running into motion, turn 2-man game. Big man's open. Little long off the back iron. But we have a loose ball foul. Yeah, we got a loose ball foul on that one. The WAWG are leading 22-16. We got 47 seconds left in the first. Players are frustrated because they're just not getting the consistency they're looking for. So whenever I see players going back and forth, the coaches are arguing with the officials, that means they're just not being consistent. They've got him trapped up. That's good play. It's great ball movement. Yeah, that's a basketball play. I mean, you get a dribble drive penetration kick. I mean, that's wide open. All you have to do is lay it in from the three-point line. Wow. You got that one right there looked really good. I mean, if you can get WAWG hot today in the three-pointers, they got a great shot. Here's what you got. That's an offensive foul going against Christian Traveler. You know, and that's going to be the one, because if they stay with that call, then they got to stay with that all day, because that one there, he didn't have the full position, but he did give him the offensive foul. That's going to put about 9 seconds on the clock. So you got an opportunity. You can pick this up. Oh, almost close, not enough. We're 26-19 after the first. And again, this is the Pro-Am Delaware USA Sports, bringing you the National Pro-Am Basketball Championship, and in a conjunction partnership with HBCU Basketball Association and also HBCU Go. So we got nothing but good stuff that we're getting off today. And you also got Sirtaj fried rice. And I believe it or not, they have shrimp fried rice. They also have crab fried rice. And I was telling a friend of mine that sounds really interesting, crab fried rice. Orioles West Side Market, you got family meals over there, and you got nothing but good food. And I looked on yesterday, and I saw they had some greens. I saw they had some hot links. I saw they had some chicken. I mean, believe it or not, I'm Mike Walker, and I'm here with Tom, but at the end of the day, I'm going to have to put my order in over there at both of those places. And then the Macaroni Grill, I love that. I mean, every time I come to Vegas, I go to the Macaroni Grill. So if you haven't tried the Macaroni Grill and this 20% discount you're doing, man, wipe your hands, stop, don't cook, come out of the house, and head to the Macaroni Grill and get you something good. Because at the end of the day, good food is good food. Now, I got the coach on the Travelers, man. He is kicking it in on them right now. And you got here, they are really punching. Those Travelers are getting it. Starting off the second, we're at 26-19. And we are getting it in. And I got the coach over here at the table, the Black Leather Supreme. And they trying to take the chip. Look, he eyeballing me right now. Yeah, he came back last night, man, and they put it on the Blazers. Man, you got to watch them. They're sneaky. Yeah, that Black Leather Supreme, boy, you got to watch him. He's sneaky. Oh, they better not leave open a shooter. Yeah, those guys, that's good dribble drive. When you get it open, and these guys, I've been watching that, whoever wins this is going to have to shut down the lane because the lane's just been wide open. Travelers are applying a little bit more ball pressure. Yep, that's what you got to do. They intensified the ball pressure. And then once they did that, it opened it up, and then he threw it right out of bounds. There it is. He's looking for it. He's trying to go to corner too loose. Yeah, that's a layup bucket right there, folks. That's bang, bang. Bang, bang. That's the first dunk of the day. If you guys hang tight with me, we'll have about 30 of them today. Because these are high flyers. We're in the final 8, so this is going to intensify a little bit. And I love the game of basketball, so I'm going to intensify right with it. Okay, you got two of the best. You got Mike Walker and Tom Nugent, and we are bringing it to you. And that is a long shot, but they're warm. Wang, wang, bang, bang. I hear you, Wang. Wang's taking it up a notch. They've closed the gap. They're taking it up, and they're hard. That's a foul on the push. That's going to be easy when he pushed him as he was dribble driving to the lane. Now, I noticed the official here, of course, I got my co-host, Tom. I never seen a guy get pushed in the back, somebody call it a block. Yeah, I never seen that before, Tom. Somebody get pushed in the back, they call it a block. Isn't a block when they're in front? Out of position. Okay, all right. That's the best thing I can do when I'm announcing a game is I got the number one official right next to me, Tom Nugent. And I'll tell you what, man, he knows the game. This one is intensified. I hear you, Coach. These guys are barking back and forth to each other. And folks, let me tell you, if you get Chicago and Chicago in the building at once, man, oh man, that you know what that takes you to? The concrete jungle. Okay, these guys play outdoors, indoors, it doesn't matter where they play. They just play. Had to go. Big men are battling, way to get him off the block. There you are, good man. It's good position by the big post. That's a good finish. Well, that's two bigs right there going head to head. Oh, that's an early shot. That's a little too early. That's an ill-advised shot. In a game like this, I wouldn't recommend that shot go up. That's where, you know what? That's where it really gets a little tough. Because whenever you have the Christian Travelers taking that long range or early shot, their strength is not playing defense. They're not strong in the post, and they don't know how to defend that basket, and they're not really coming up with a rim protector, so you got to give them opportunities. But the WAWG, that's their specialty. That's a travel, folks. Yeah. That's good defense. Well, way to get in the spot. Oh, that's a good move right there, folks. That's a good move right there. Yeah, he had him up in the air. He had him way up in there. See, that's what Chicago basketball does for you. You can get a guy penetrate, get a shot up, and all of a sudden he's crossing under, getting ready to lay it up. I mean, that's called the Dixie bounce. Guy's trying to block it, can't get it, and he just went right underneath him. You know, the Travelers guards, I'll tell you, they're slick. They can handle the ball. They can shoot the three. They understand the rotation. They understand continuity, getting the ball back to the weak side. However, that's not their challenge. The challenge the Travelers has is on the defensive end. They have a lot of trouble protecting their basket, but nevertheless, they get it done. So here we go. We got it 7-12. We're in the second, 33-25. Free throw's good, so we're good to go. That'll cut it down a little bit. That's a good off-ball screen. Oh, they got him. They got him, folks. Let me tell you, that's going to happen all day. They're running high-low, and they're giving it to them, but guess what? You'll get back to these guys here. The Travelers can shoot it. So just hang tight. They're going to live and die by the three. But the WAWG scouted them out, so they know their spots. Oh, there's a big man. Yeah, the WAWG got them spotted out, so they know what spots they're going to shoot from, and they're running to the spot, which is a smart thing to do to take away their position on the three-point. So everywhere they want to launch from, the defense is going right there. Kind of scouted them out, know what they do. Now, what's going to happen? Travelers going to have to make an adjustment. All right, big man's warm now. First free throw's good. I tell you what, folks, you put me in a game for $100,000, I don't think I'd miss a free throw for a year. I mean, this is winding down. 35-28. WAWG's holding it down. 6 minutes and 30 seconds to go. That's going to be a wide open look, bottom of the barrel. Well, man, that's the second three-pointer for the WAWG. Not their strength, but maybe it is today. They've got an opportunity to close this out. And we got a kick ball. They got an opportunity to close it. We just got to figure out how they're going to do it. Because they sometimes get a little lag. And like I said, folks, they're better playing from behind. I don't know how well they're going to play with the lead, but it will be determined whether or not they'll be able to finish it or get it done. That's good long range. That one's going to be off. They got no transition. He's wide open underneath the basket. You know, the guard missed that one early. He was there. He was earlier. He could have advanced that a little bit earlier. He missed it, but it worked itself out. And we're going to get a timeout from the Travelers. I tell you, you can't give up layup after layup. This is the Delaware USA Sports, and this is the National Pro-Am Basketball Championship in Las Vegas, Nevada. In partnership with Delaware USA Sports, we have the HBCU Basketball Association, and we also have HBCU Go Sports. Now, what happens with this in the allegiance that eventually we're going to build into an HBCU Basketball Association, and Delaware USA Sports handles all the referees that moves you into the actual national NBA. And those guys are here. These guys went through an evaluation camp that started on Monday. They were graded, they were tested, and they have the evaluators here that are constantly charting and checking. So every call they make is being scrutinized, And for me, I'll tell you, I like playing basketball a whole lot more than getting evaluated as an official because, man, oh, man, sometimes you swallow the whistle, and it happens to the best of them. One official I always loved was Daryl Garrettson. Daryl Garrettson could get up and down the floor. He could referee an NBA game. And one time I saw Daryl Garrettson, a fan said, hey, you want to use my glasses? And Daryl Garrettson ran up the court in an NBA game, 3 or 4 trips down, and gave them back to him. And he told the guy to clean his glasses. So that's when you got good officials that are comfortable with the players. And these guys here, they're getting intensified. 5:58 to go. The WAWG are leading 40-28. And we got a lot of back and forth communication on the Christian Travelers bench. So they're trying to figure it out. But the WAWG's just providing intensive pressure on the defense. They're providing a lot of ball pressure, and it looks like the Travelers don't do well with the ball pressure. That should be a kick ball off the foot. So they're going to get it in. The Traveler, boy, they're just getting in trap zones. If WAWG ran a trap on these guys, they'd trap them every time. Somebody's got to stop the ball. Could have went a little deeper. Nobody stopped that ball, and he passed it out. I didn't understand that, but here we go. He's got big man. Now here's the deal, you know, the players are complaining. The officials they got to decide where they're going to call it. These guys are professionals. And in the NBA, they bang around a lot. I mean, the NBA just bangs down low. I mean, you could barely, to get a call on a pre-foul, a loose ball foul in the NBA, that's tough. Because if you're not involved in the play, you can bang all day if you want. He's asking for a clear, wants to put it in a 2-man game. Didn't come get the screen, lost a 29-foot, no good. He was looking for the 2-man game, the big man to come up and set the screen. He never did. Oh, they got him wide open, yeah. Yeah. Somebody's got to come to the table and announce. Well, this crew is not quite understanding what they got. This crew's struggling. They got to take control. They calling it tight. Now the players are asking them, what actually did I do? And they're giving good detail on there as they talk to the officials here. First free throw's good. And basically when players start coming and talking to officials, they're just asking them how you going to call the game. Can you let me know the way you call it, the way I'll play it? And that's what's going on here. Even coaches over there like, we're not understanding how you calling the game. Second free throw's good, 42-28. 4:51. The Travelers are by far not out of this game, so expect them to come back. And they're just not shooting it well. Well, I'll tell you what, man, this is one of those things where you're going to have to the Christian Travelers going to have to play some defense, understanding that this cannot continue. If they continue at this pace, they're going to give up over 100 points. And it's going to be hard to win for them to win, giving up 100 points, because the Christian Travelers they're not able to score 100 points. So if you give up 100, you can't score 100, then that's a recipe for defeat. That one's going to go. That's a long-range shot. And again, WAWG's made a couple, but that's not their strength. Yeah, that's not their strength over there. We got another whistle. Now this is trying to turn it in. They're calling it so tight. They gotta let these guys loosen up. If they let them loosen up, they'll be able to play. But we're getting a whistle down on each side every time. Now, we'll say this. You've got the WAWG, they carry about 4 subs. You got the Christian Travelers. They got about another team on the bench. I'm saying 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 players. So they brought a full almost 14, 15 guys to play. Second one's up and good. All right, WAWG wants the timeout. 4:05 to go. Yeah, we got 42 to 30. This is Mike Walker and Tom Nugent, my co-host, and we're bringing you the Delaware Sports USA National Pro-Am Basketball Championship here in Las Vegas, Nevada. It's a beautiful sunny day in Nevada. The wind is going. It's almost kite day. But this is also being brought in partnership with HBCU Basketball Association and HBCU Go Sports. So you've got the city of Las Vegas has hosted, and we're bringing it to you. And again, the entire event is designed for one winner and one winner only, $100,000 grand prize. So somebody's going to walk away with a lot of money. And that's going to be whoever decides to be the best and be on top. You got to bring your A game to win $100,000. You can bring your B game, you'll take home 0. But to win the $100,000, you're going to need an A game. Because the Blazers, I can tell you, they're going to fight back, and they're going to be looking to do it. I can also tell you that the Dreams are going to be coming out. Black Leather Supreme is going to fight it out. They're not going to fold. You got YSS is 2-0, and I have an opportunity to see them yet, but I heard a word tell me they can play. So this thing is full of pro basketball players. Some of these guys have been in the NBA, they've been in the G League, and they've also been overseas. That's a good rotation. It's not their strength, but they're shooting them. One of the things I can tell you, folks, is this one is going to be harder and harder to really analyze because they're not letting them play. And the officials are going to eventually have to let them play, let them get going. I mean, you can't whistle everything because it's creating a non-flow in the game. I mean, on both ends, we're just getting back-to-back whistles. And we've done that the last 4 or 5 possessions. There's been a whistle on every play. That's a good look. He's got to shoot the ball when you get it. Yeah. See that. Travelers got to do something on that. I mean, you can't just play a game, and we can't play pro basketball where you're giving up layup. I mean, if you can't guard a man-to-man, he's going to have to go to the zone because you can't just keep giving up layups. That's a nice stroke. That's a nice baseline dribble. Floated in about a 15-footer from the baseline. That's good basketball. Yeah, you can see the players like I said, they're just over whistling right now. They're just over whistling. I mean, it's getting a reaction on each and every one. No one knows how they're going to call it. But that happens, and that's what they have to get to, because actually we're in the Final 8, and when we get down to the Elite 8, you're going to find that they're trying to just get control, and at the end of the day, they got to figure out how they're going to do it. We got something there that Band-Aid has come off. Here's the thing I see. The officials really got to just stop talking to the players. I mean, they're just getting too engaged. I mean, at some point, you got to tell a player to stop. I'm going to call this game. You play, I'll call it. But engaging in continuous conversation, that's not good, because it's going to lead to something's going to happen that they're going to lead to the players kind of getting an engagement in an argument, which will be a technical by the time they get done. Now he was open, didn't get it. Got the big man, gobbled it up, put it back. These guys give up too many layups. Well, I tell you, he's as strong as you can get. For a guard, he's as strong as you forget. He's got a big enough body to take the bump, and he finishes really well. They're pick and roll, but they're not running it. That's a good move there, folks. That's good basketball. You pound that thing off the dribble, that's 3 in a row. 3 in a row he's designed, but then they're going back on the other end, and they're back right into another layup. Now, here's what I was talking about, folks. You get to engaging and talking to these guys too much. Now these guys are going to start talking back to you. And players are smart. They know how to talk softly in the beginning, then they load up a little bit and talk a little louder. First free throw is good. Then they load up on the third team. Next thing you know, they're arguing with you. And you engaged in that early conversation, which is dictating what's going to happen later on in the game. They got to shut that down. I wouldn't allow these players to talk. I'd shut it down. Second free throw's no good. 47-38, the WAWGs are leading. They've got a control on it. But I'll tell you, the Travelers shoot the three-pointer well enough. They can trade 3 for 2 and come back for a hurry. But they're just trying to dribble, drive, and get to the basket, which is not their strength. Yep, that's 4 in a row. So when a hot hand is rolling, he's got 4 straight shots in a row. I'd keep feeding him. Oh, that's quick comeback. That's quick comeback. Nice shot. Nice shot. 23 feet, nailed it. Five straight? Nope, didn't get that one. I told you. Folks, did you just see that? You just had an official override another official. And I got my guy Tom really looking at me going, what just happened? What just happened? Now that's called discombobulation on the officials. I got a little worried about this crew earlier when they started. I'm like, they're not in sync, and the players are allowed to talk. So they had a double whistle, Tom says. They call that a blarge, is what he says. And I'm going to use that as a blarge, so I'll use that when I see a blarge. That's a block and a charge. That's long range. That's good rebound by the big man. Timeout, Wang. We're got a battle, 49-40, 30 seconds left. We're getting better and better. Folks, this is pro basketball at its finest. You got two competitive teams, both from Chicago, better known as Chi-Town. And there's nothing more windier in Chicago than that wind and that wind chill factor coming off the water. I've been there several times, actually about 15 to 18 times. I love the city, but I hate the winter because I don't like digging out my driveway or shoveling snow. But other than that, beautiful city, beautiful music, everything about Chicago. We got two teams here from Chicago. Fantastic. And again, it's that time, Mario's West Side Market. Man, oh man, if you haven't been there, go over there and get you some collard greens, get you some fish, get you some chicken. You go over there at Mario's West Side Market, and they got something for you. You want some mac and cheese? They got it, okay? They're located at 1425 Westlake Meade Boulevard, Las Vegas, Nevada. And also, we got Sertan's Fried Rice. And that fried rice, I want to try their crab fried rice. I've never had it, but I'm looking forward to trying it. I'm going to try some before I leave. And, of course, you got the macaroni grill. And that there, you go get you a good sandwich. You can get you some good fettuccine. And you can go over there, and they got nothing but flavorful food. And if you haven't been to the macaroni grill and you're in Las Vegas, I will tell you, go over there and get you something good. Okay? Because we are rolling. This one here is going down to the wire. You got a 10-point lead now, but I expect it to be evaporated before the game is over. And that's the Wang. Oh, that's good defense. That's good defense right there. That's great defense. Looks like we got an end of the quarter sub. Wang gets this one, they get it down to 6. They're going to launch that three-pointer. That's just what they do. Oh, he's got a good feed inside. Yeah. That's going to do it for the half. We'll be right back, and we'll have you going here looking right away.
Me and my money attached emotionally. I get the clutch, and if you get too close to me, I'm at the top where I'm supposed to be. Jumping in the game, niggas act like they coaching me. 400 rats ain't shit, but a show to me. I'm on the road and I bet that you'll hold with me. When I'm in traffic, it's always a pole with me. Pillsbury, man, I keep dough with me. Hit from the back, she giving me slurp, and I ain't even pull my pants down. Jump in the box and slide to the other side, it's always a man down. Draw down, hands in the air, nigga make one move, get gunned down. Giving out smoke so long, they don't even wanna talk no more, they just run down. No lock doors, I serve with a chop. Bitch got spent, she was hanging with a op. We call him Mickey, talk to the cops. I was on Pinedale, glass in the sock. Back in the day, I invest in the block. Fast forward now, I'm investing in stocks. I put a drum on the heckling couch, don't play cause I'm very invested in shots.
Push the fucking pack off of the porch or break a pound down. Get the scrap if it happen to blow, it makes a round sounds. Pussy cat on my lap, push it back and go to town down. Putting rap on my back and I'm black and snatching crowns.
Pussy cat in his face cause he stay out just to breeze. Then I took it back, now he's sick that he's shaking and he's shield. Like the way it tastes and he ain't ate it in a minute. They call me a baby but I still got hella shit.
Oh shit, run that motherfucking crown, you bitch. You motherfucking bitch.
Shit. Sorry in advance for my bros. They'll whip a nigga ass. What you whipping up? Shit in the back. If you looking for the dope, niggas got it in the bag. Cause we trapping on the low. And I'm the shit with the flow. give me a joke. Heard a nigga say that you the next. No, I'm the best. Tell them bitches stop the motherfucking press stop. Fuck a top 5 list. Get him a vest, he get lopsided. Fuck the cops, we was running from Rottweilers. Most of my partners ain't had papa, just a pop condom. Couple kids with Alzheimer's, 40 on his side. Boy, you might all stop. He on the block violent. Robbing niggas in the hood and then swap genres. Green light, line a nigga up, stop sign him. Keep driving, you will not find him. I'm an anomaly. I turned into a rap ironically. And ran the back up, niggas is on me. Niggas should honor me. If you think I'm a wannabe, it's pretty comedy. I'm melancholy and cool, so calmly busting moves. My troops carry velocity. Same posse since Osh Posh Bagosh pussy clock. Treat the rapping like a pushing rock. On the stove with the Pyrex pot, the door stay locked. It don't say knock. We on they block, we on they block. It's Monopoly games, we stole they properties. Smooth talking and moonwalking, the same little nigga. Small pond but a pool shark. I aim big stick, knock chalk off cue balls. Bang this shit.
Boost your revenue and drive growth with Google Ads. Reach high-value customers across the entire Google network, like search, shopping, YouTube.
Astro. Yeah. Sun is down, freezing cold. That's how we already know. When it's here, my dog will probably do it for Louis Bell. That's just all he know, he don't know nothing else. I tried to show him. Yeah. I tried to show him. Yeah, Gone on you with the pick and roll. Younger flame, he in sicko mode.
Made this here with all the ice on in the booth. At the gate outside, when they pull up, they give me loose. Yeah, jump out boys, that's Nike boys hopping our coast. This shit way too big, when we pull up, give me the loot. Was off the Remy, had up at post. Had to hit my old town to duck the news. 2-4-hour lockdown, we made no moves. Now it's 4 a.m. and I'm back up popping with the crew. I just landed in, Chase B mixes pop like Jamba Joe's. Different color chains, think my jeweler really selling fruits. And they joking, man, know the crackers wish it was a news.
Sunset. Surrender, retreat, we all in too deep. Plan for keeps, don't play us for weak. Surrender, retreat, we all in too deep. Plan for keeps, don't play us for weak.
This shit way too formal, y'all know I don't follow suit. Stacy Dash, most of these girls ain't got a clue. All of these hoes I made off records I produce. I might take all my exes and put them all in a group. Hit my essays, I need the booch. About to turn this function into Bonnaroo. Told her hop in, you coming too. In the 305, bitches treat me like I'm Uncle Luke. Have to slot the top off, it's just a roof. She say, where we going? I said the moon. We ain't even make it to the room. She thought it was the ocean, it's just a pool. Now I gotta open, it's just a ghost. Who put this shit together? I'm the glue.
So and said,
Shorty face, Tommy out the blue.
so and said,
Plan for keeps,
so and said, motherfucker, so and said.
don't play us for weak.
Astro. Yeah. Hey. She's in love with who I am. Back in high school, I used to bust it to the dance. Now I hit the FBO with duffels in my hands. I did half a Zan, 13 hours till I land. Had me out like a light, ayy, like a light, ayy, like a light, ayy. Slept through the flight, ayy, not for the night, ayy. 767, man, this shit got double bedroom, man. I still got scores to settle, man. I crept down the block, made a right, yeah. Cut the lights, yeah. Pay the price, yeah. Niggas think it's sweet, no, it's on sight, yeah. Nothing nice, yeah. Vegas in my ice, Jesus Christ, yeah. Checks over stripes, yeah. That's what I like, yeah. That's what we like, yeah. Lost my respect, you not a threat. When I shoot my shot, that shit wetty like on Shaq. See the shots that I took, wet like on Book, wet like on Lizzie. I be spinning valley circle blocks till I'm busy. Like where is he? No one seen him. I'm tryna clean him. She's in love with who I am. Back in high school, I used to bust it to the dance. Now I hit the FBO with duffels in my hands. Woo. I did half a Zan, 13 hours till I land. Had me out like a light, 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 like a light. Yeah, Pastor Dawson Sally sending texts, ain't sending kites. Yeah, he say keep that on like I say, you know this shit is tight. Yeah, it's absolute. Yeah, I'm back with Boot. It's lit. La Ferrari. Jamba Juice, yeah, we back on the road, they jumping off no parachute, yeah, shorty in the back, she say she working on the glutes, yeah, ain't by the book, yeah, it's how it look, yeah, by the check, yeah, just check the foots, yeah, pass this to my daughter, I'ma show her what it took, baby mama cover Forbes, got these other bitches shook, yeah.
Folks, I had an opportunity. We're coming back to you. And this one here is going to get a little bit tighter. It's 49-40. The Wangs are over the Christian Travelers. And what we got today, this National Pro-Am basketball, grand prize is $100,000. And it's being brought to you by Delaware Sports USA. We have the HBCU Basketball Association, and we also have HBCU Sports. Now, I had an opportunity to speak to the coaches in between. The Christian Travelers have 4 players that have had extensive length of time in the NBA. And when I say extensive length of time, they have played 7 to 10 years in the NBA. And the coach is extremely frustrated. They're giving up bucket after bucket. And the coach really told me, he says, look, only other thing I can do is go in there and play for him. Okay, and that will not happen. Now, I talked to the Wang coach, and the Wang coach says, look, we're just going to keep going downhill until they stop it. If they can't stop us from going downhill, then we're just going to go ahead and do that. And I really asked him, why take the threes? You're getting layup after layup. He says, we're telling them, but they still want to release the three. So when you look at the team of the Christian Travelers down by 9, okay, we're going to start this third. You got 4 players that have played in the league, and if you don't win this $100,000, that's shame on you. However, you got others who have NBA players as well. So this league is not amateur. This is pro basketball. So here we go. We're going to kick this thing off. Yeah, we got a block foul, a hold on that one. And folks, on that other call happened in the first half, that's called a blarge. Now what you get with a blarge, you got a block and you also have an offensive charge. If they don't figure out which one it is, then eventually they'll result that with calling it on both players, and then they'll just jump it up at the middle. That's a rarity call, but it is in the rule book, and it is called a blarge. That's their specialty right there. That's what they do best. Christian Travelers shoot the ball really good. They got the range from 23 to 28 feet, and I'll tell you, they'll close the gap in a hurry. You got 49-43 as we get started in the third. Well, they're not really giving an explanation. Well, they're whistling right and they're whistling left. The Travelers are going to get hot. I know that. But the problem is, the guys, even though you play in the NBA, they got to play defense. And if they don't play defense, that's going to be their downfall, because that's all WAWG does is go right to the basket. Now, that should be a knockdown shot right there. That's a little long off the back iron. But you got two teams coming out of Chi-Town, Chicago. They kind of know each other, so they're communicating back and forth with each other on the bench. However, that's not a good foul. That's not a good foul, folks. I mean, there's no reason to foul somebody. You're going to be about 30 feet away from the basket. There's no intention. I mean, there's no critical play going there. So those one of those fouls that you kind of say, why do it? He's got him on the roll. That's good basketball. That's what you want. As I said, the Travelers are weak. There's no rim protector there, and nobody's going in there to challenge, and somebody's going to have to come off that bench. Now, they got a couple 6'10", 7-footers over there, but somebody else they can go to zone. They shoot the ball well. That's survival. That's a good rebound. So that's what you have. If you get the Christian Travelers, the shots aren't falling, then that's just where they're playing. That's a good turnaround. Now, if they get him cooking on the elbow like that, that's going to be real rough for the Travelers. That's bringing something extra, which is going to extend them out. They're going to have to bring that big man out to guard a little bit. That's a hold up top. Not sure what happened there with the bigs, but they let that one play, so the officials are loosening up. Oh, that's a good pass. That's good basketball, folks. We got a late whistle. He's got to count that one as well. That's good basketball right there. You know, that pass to back out was so good that it opened up the lane. He was able to get in there, double pump that basketball, and he made it drop right in the hoop. It kind of curled itself right on in, but he really that was an excellent pass. We got 56-43. We're 7:27 to go. Boy, that's deep. That's deep, folks. That's about 30 feet. And transition defense is not there. It's not there for him. And that's what's killing them. You know, the Travelers' transition defense is they're just getting laid out. They just didn't wake up to play. I don't know if it's too early, but if it's too early to win $100,000, then I need to know about it, because that shouldn't happen. That's a good bucket. Boy, they can score, but their defense is just not there. Now, the thing about it is, again, the thing about it is the late whistles are what really is just confusing them. And you got them coming in. I mean, they're all looking at the official going, what are we really doing? And at the end of the day, they've been consistent on it, but they got to figure out they're allowing the players to communicate too much. And they're going to eventually have to back. There it is. There he just told them, back off. I mean, eventually you got to cut these guys off. You can't continue engaging in conversation. They're going to bring the subs in. Coach has seen enough. The starters have run it, and they've expanded this lead. You know, they're 59-45. You got 6:38 to go. So you're down, and these guys have got to figure this out of what they want to do, because it is getting away from them right now. So they're going to go with the 7-footer, and they're going to bring him in and see if he can contain some of that on the defensive end. Boy, that's just too much. That's too much. you know, when you play this, when you're running a good offense, folks, you'll get a 2-dribble pound. Whenever you get somebody pounding out the ball 3, 4, 5, 6 times, I mean, that just turns individuality, and what ends up happening is people just end up standing around. And you end up taking a tough shot, and that's what's happening. The Travelers have kind of went to individual ball. I saw them last night. They played great basketball. They were moving the ball. Now they're pounding the ball 4, 5, 6 times, and it just is putting them in a deficit. It's 60-45, so you can look at it. They're down by 15, and they've got to close this gap if they have any opportunity of winning this game. Now, here's what I've seen. I've seen them do it before, so they're not really in a position where they're out of the game. There's plenty of time left. You got 14 minutes to go, but still, you don't want to get too much further down because this one here, you'll have no shot to win it. Yeah, see, their transition defense is just not there. These guys are not even woke. They're not even seeing who's getting back. They're just letting it go as a free-for-all. And what ends up happening there, that means you got an offensive team, but just not a defensive team. Either that one's on the floor or is that going up? So you kind of see coaches kind of telling these guys, the coaches for the Travelers have just kind of exhausted themselves. They've kind of just decided, I'm going to let them play, which actually works sometimes. Sometimes you just can overcoach the player, and if you overcoach them and you let them play, they'll figure it out on their own. And like I said, the Travelers got 4 guys that have played extensive careers in the NBA, so they know what to do. And a lot of times in the NBA, you don't play the score, you just play through it. But like I told you earlier, the Wayne coach, as we talked to him at halftime, you know, the Traveler coach said the only other thing I could do is go play for him. And he said, we both know that I can't do that. So that's where he was. He said, the only other thing I can do is go play for him, and we both know I can't do that. When I talked to the Wayne coach, he said, I know they're not playing defense. We're trying to go downhill as much as we can, and we're going to go into extended break as much as we can. That's what the Travelers do. They score, and they figure they can outscore their opponent, and they'll close the gap. It's just whether or not they'll play some defense to win the ball game. That's yet to be determined. Now, that foul really doesn't make sense. Why do that? He's 38 feet away from the basket. Why foul him? Now, folks, one thing I always tell you for the guys who have played in the NBA, professional basketball, or overseas, first one's good. They're going to complain about every call. There's not a call that's been called in this event that I haven't seen that they haven't called whoever it was against. They always call it. Now, Coach is getting a little vocal. He's getting a little vocal, and I tell you what, you got to shut that down. That's just something, because the more they get into you, the more they talk, you got to just kind of calm them down and say enough. Second one's up and good. And we're going to move this thing right on down the line. 64-49, we got 5:25 to go. We're in the third quarter. That's a good bucket. Now they're going to pick up and put a little ball pressure on it. That's good work. Don't retreat. That's what they need. That's the big 7-footer clearing the glass. And he's coming in. Now they just got to be prepared. They can shoot it, man, oh man. I have no idea why they would do that. Yeah. I see that one there. That one puzzles me because you got a 7-footer going against a 6'3" guard, and the 7-footer can't block the shot. That one there. You got to be a rim protector in this game, and if they can't protect the rim, this one here is going to close itself out. But they've been getting layup after layup after layup the entire game. Free throw's good. That'll extend it 67-51. 4:44 to go. We're in the third quarter. We got the WAWG versus the Christian Travelers, and both are from Chicago, so it is an even battle. That's a long shot. Well, yeah, the thought process is good. The feet were moving faster than the thought process. Well, at least they got the officials moving, and they got them getting there. They're calling it the way they've called it since they started the game. And it doesn't matter at this point because the Christian Travelers aren't playing any defense, so they don't have a complaint. The only complaint they have is with themselves, and that is to play more defense. Second free throw's up and good. But I wouldn't be surprised if this game gets close to being tied up because these guys got enough NBA experience on that team to know what they're capable. But man, oh man, this is just, I've never seen anything like this before. The next thing they could do is put all 5 guys underneath the basket. But they are picking up their pace on the offensive end. That first one's going to be in and out. So the Travelers are starting to pick up the tempo, and they're starting to get a little bit more pressure, and that will change the pace of the WAWGs. So when you get down and you get a team down, you're down actually about 16 points. If you increase the tempo of the game and you get the WAWG playing a little faster than they want to play, they're going to make a little bit more mistakes. So that's the Travelers' plan. And it happened yesterday. I seen the WAWG kind of fold, so we'll see where it goes. That's a good call by the official. And always keep in mind that each team, everybody that plays, you have a great run. So when you get one team gets a great run as the WAWG is done, you have to expect the Travelers are going to make a run as well. So these guys are not going to sit right where they are. After they make their run, I expect the Travelers to make a run. And at that point, we'll decide who's going to win the ball game. But right now, they're down by 17, and it's a long way to go. But at the end of the day, they're going to have to make a run, and they're going to have to play defense. There's no way they could outscore them when you're already down by 18 points. That's an easy bucket. I don't know why they don't utilize him more. I saw the 7-footer shoot yesterday. He's got a soft touch, and that's an easy bucket. But the basket's wide open. Wow. Wow. I'll tell you something. The WAWG is scoring more points than I've seen them score. They're making more shots than I've seen them make. And this one here is getting out of control. I guess they just chose to get hot at the right time, Tom. I don't know what to tell you. I mean, they just can't miss. Yeah, they can't miss. They can't miss. I mean, they're making bucket after bucket. They're making every and one. So it's just one of those things that every once in a while you play one of your dream games and you'll get super hot. And they're just transitioning. They're kicking it to the wing. He's open. That was a little ill-advised, but that's okay. They got a big enough lead. That's a good dribble drive bucket. Yeah, he's a solid player. We got a delay of game call. And for those of you who don't know what a delay of game is when somebody actually has the ball, they score a basket, and they intentionally kick it out or try to touch that ball to stop the other team from running their break. That's a good open look. Bottom of the barrel. Yeah. Well, you know what they say, defense wins championships. And looks like the WAWG have figured that process out. And, oh, that's a good long look. That's ill-advised. You don't want 7-footers taking 28-foot shots. And that's just what happens. Got a little too slow on the feet, yeah. Well, this one's a family affair. Chicago versus Chicago. So they're all looking at each other, and they're just looking. But it's getting intensified. $79-59. You got 2:16 to go. The WAWG are up by 21. Substitutions coming for the Travelers. He had an opportunity to go to big man. It just didn't work itself out. And like I said, what's surprising is you got the Christian Travelers have 4 people that have played extensive careers in the NBA. So they actually can play the game. They just have kind of decided not to do it. I don't know about that one, Tom. That one there, you know what? Sometimes they can see some things, but nevertheless, he called it. First free throw's up and good. That's a violation? Yeah, that's what I saw. He entered the lane too quick, saw he missed it. Normally you can see it played a release, but he kind of jumped on that one out right as it came out of his hands. We're going to get a timeout in the action. Well, this is the Delaware USA Sports. This is the National Pro-Am Basketball Championship. Grand prize is $100,000. I repeat, $100,000. And this is also brought in partnership with HBCU Basketball Association and also HBCU Go Sports. And we're also being sponsored by Mario's West Side Market, which I'm going to be heading over there before I leave Las Vegas and get me some of that good food, because they got some good greens over there. They got some good chicken. They got some mac and cheese. So I'm all over that. And then you've got Sir Todd's fried rice. Just about any way you want the fried rice to be made, it can be made. And then you got the macaroni grill. And man, oh man, if you want some chicken fettuccine sandwich, go on over to Macaroni Grill. Now they're going to go a step further and honor you with 20% discount. So let them know you're at the National Pro-Am Championship and you're looking for your 20%. And we'll get back to the action. Let's see where we go. We got 2 minutes in the third. I missed the entry pass on there. He was open underneath the basket. Advanced it. Oh, they're just beating them up. They're beating them up. They're out jumping them. They're just beating them up on the glass. And here's what you got, folks. You got a team, the WAWG, they want to be two-way players. A two-way player in the NBA is somebody who plays on the offensive end and also somebody plays on the defensive end. And then you got the Christian Travelers. They want to be one-way players. They just want to play on the offensive end. So that's where you got the disparity, and it's 83-60 with 1:45 to go in the third quarter. And that's what's happening. You got one team plays strictly offense, the other team plays offense and defense, and it's starting to put the thread through. You're going to be down by about 21, maybe 22 points prior to the third inning, and if you don't close this gap at all, you're going to be just about wrapped up on this one. So you got to really get this game going. Now they're starting to apply a little ball pressure, so that really should have been in the first half. Just start pressuring them, and because their only goal is to get to that basket. See, that's what they do. The big man missed it on that one, but they're getting layups, folks. Look at this advancement. This is what I mean. You got one here. You're getting layups on the other end. There's nothing coach can do about that. Look at this. This is what I mean, folks. You just got to let it be what it's going to be. And that's going to put them up 87-61. And you notice the intensity. When you get this strictly offensive play, these guys are trailing the basketball. They're not even concerned on the defensive end. And now they're running on through. Well, the best of the best. Sometimes they come out and they're hot and ready to go. And, you know, it's just like cooking grits, like I told you yesterday. Some people like cold grits, some people like hot grits. The WAWG wanted hot grits today. They wanted a little bit of butter and a little bit of pepper. And they're kind of cooking right now. And you got the Christian Travelers, they're eating cold grits. And they're lumpy. And they got to get in there and they got to figure out what they want to do. They want to win because now you're just down to 8 minutes. And pretty soon, I mean, there's a point of no return. And that's when you pack up your bags, you head home, and you go on there and get you something good to eat, and you get on the plane. That's a nice three-pointer. I mean, they just don't want to play the basket. I've never seen, I haven't seen a game like this in a long time. I've never seen where a team just doesn't want to protect this basket. Whoa, he got up about 12 feet on that one. That one, he got way up there, and then they're going back. Yeah, he got way up there on that one. Gotta end it, gotta count it. All right, we're wrapping up there. We're at the end of the third. It's 90-68. The WAWG have expanded this, and this one here is just going to be one of those ones where we just got to figure out, okay, because at the end of the day, you had an opportunity, and for the life of me, when you got that much NBA experience, but in the NBA, you get some nights guys want to play, and some nights they just don't want to do it. And that's kind of what's happened here. But for the life of me, when you reach the final 8 and you're playing for $100,000, my commitment to you is you should be giving the best effort you can, but it's a battle. And sometimes the early morning games are just not great games. And sometimes you wake up on the wrong side of the bed, and that's kind of what's happened this morning. But nevertheless, we got 10 more good minutes of basketball, and that should straighten it out. So here's where we got. We're going to move it forward, and I can definitely see by the end of the day. And again, this is the Delaware Sports USA National Pro-Am Basketball Championship. Okay, we're in Las Vegas, Nevada, and the grand prize is $100,000, and it's in conjunction with HBCU Basketball Association and also HBCU Sports. We want to thank you for tuning in. I'm Mike Walker. My co-host is Tom Nugent, and we are bringing it to you from end to end. And we're going to make sure you get each complete coverage. And one of the things that I'll tell you is one team's going to win it all and one team's going to win nothing. And that's going to be the fact of life, but that's why you play the game. He's got him sealed underneath. That's tough basket for the big man. Oh, that's tough basket. That's a tough guard for him. I mean, you're going against a 6'10 player, against a 6'3 player, and he's got him all the way down on the block. There's nowhere for him to go. Sometimes things go your way and sometimes they just don't. And that's part of the game. But I'll tell you, Coach White, he ain't having it. Coach White has had enough. He doesn't want to hear anything. You know, he's just like, he's frustrated. That's an easy up and under. That's a good basketball player. Well, they had a player, it wasn't necessarily 3 seconds, it was about 5 seconds, but the officials didn't call it. So he ended up scoring the basket, and he got an and one. Well, you know, the Travelers coaches, they've had enough. They've had enough. They have just flat out had enough. They're not going for it. They're just kind of exhausted on everything they could try. So it's nothing else they could do. They're down by 24, 9:16 to go. It's up to the players now. Just a mental mistake, misread on that one. Threw it out of bounds. Nobody standing there. Just kind of looked and thought he was there, and he moved out the spot. We got a charge on that one. Got a little too deep in the paint and tried to push it through. Travelers have said all the time, you know what, you got the weighing up so much, coach is on his phone looking at his messages. He's kind of beating them so bad, he's just not even paying attention. He can take a break. He's thinking he's got this one in the bag. I mean, it's one of those games that you see. That's a lot of penetration there. Boy, that's a strong guy. That guy's a good player. I mean, sometimes you can look at him and see that they've been up at the top level. He's one of the ones that's been at the top level. He just knows how to do it. It's a great save. Yeah, that's just wide open. Just a refusal to play defense on the Travelers. They're doing what they're doing, but that's not their strength. Yeah, there it is. It is what it is. There's nothing you can do about it. If they don't want to do it, coach can't make them do it. So this one is kind of exhausted. I won't say we're like Chick Hearn. We got him in the popcorn maker, but I'll wait a little bit before I repeat that because that's actually what you got. Oh, way to hustle. Oh, that's about 38 feet. It's just running the clock out now. There's nothing else they have to do. Well, I'll tell you what, this one here was competitive for the first half, and it was good basketball. They just lost their way. They didn't actually get it done all the way to the bottom end, but they lost their way to the point that they Christian Travelers just too early in the morning for them to play a game. We started this one at 10 a.m. and it's just been too early for them. Well, this is the National Pro-Am Basketball Championship. And folks, this is the Elite Eight. We're moving down to the Final Four. And you have the Christian Travelers, which I was thinking is one of the favorites in this game. They're down by 20 points. And when you get something like that and it moves in that direction, they didn't get their foot out the bed early enough, and they're down by 20. However, the game's not over. If you watch the Lakers play the Nuggets, the Lakers were up by 20, and they lost to the Nuggets. So in this game of professional basketball, NBA, the National Pro-Am, it's never over. But I will say this, Wang out of Chicago, this is probably their best shooting day. I mean, they're shooting the ball so well. Everything they throw up, it's like, it's an ocean. The rim is an ocean, everything goes in. That's 101 points. So they've actually exceeded their actual total from yesterday. Oh, that's a nice play, didn't get it, yeah. Well, that was nice, that was nice. That was a floater, didn't even move the net. He didn't even move the net on that one. Oh, he did it again. He did it again. Well, that's what you call a floater. That's a beautiful shot. Coming right back at him. That's about the best two floaters I've seen in the last 5 years. I mean, he barely touched that one off the top of the backboard. That's strength right there. That's just strength. That's NBA strength right there. When you can pound that in and shoulder them off right at the end as you're exploded up to the basket. That's called NBA basketball, and that's NBA strength. He's going to shoot two on that. So we're warming it up. We got another ball game coming right after this one. I'm Mike Walker, and I got my co-host Tom Nugent. We're bringing it to you, this National Pro-Am Basketball Championship. Grand prize, $100,000. And it's being sponsored by Delaware USA Sports and in conjunction, HBCU Basketball Association. There's another easy one. Well, I tell you, that Black Leather Supreme coach, he's super confident that he's going to get it done. I've never seen a coach walk by so confident by the media desk. He is super. If you are a Black Leather Supreme fan, your coach feels he's got it in the bag. One thing I can tell you, of all the years of coming to Vegas for basketball, it's a long way to come to lose. I'll tell you that. And I've been on both sides of the game, so I kind of understand it. But there's nothing like the flavor of losing. because the flavor not only smells, it stinks, and it stays with you. That is 100% of a fact in this game of basketball. We got 4:43 to go, 104-88. We have the WAWG is in control, but I'll tell you what, you're going to see something out of these Travelers. They're not going to quit. They're going to close this gap. These guys can score like a machine. We got a timeout by the Travelers. He's going to give it one more go, Coach White. They're going to try to line them up and see if they can get them fired up for the last 4 minutes. 4 minutes and 24 seconds. Score is 104-88. And they've got to figure out how they're going to do this and what they're going to do. Because right now, they could get a couple threes. You know, you look at it, if it's 104-88, if they score three straight three-pointers, that'll close the gap tremendously. That'll make it 97-104. And I'll tell you something about the Travelers. They can do that in about 45 seconds. And if they hit those shots and knock them down, you're going to have to close this gap quite a bit. However, that's a big gap to close to win a game. So they're going to take one more gas. They call the timeout. And they're going to see if they can finalize this and make it where it's going to be. The coach says it ain't over. Coach looked me dead in the eye. He said it ain't over. Ain't nothing over, he says. He's repeating it. He believes it. I tell you what, the Travelers are still in it. The Travelers are still believing in it. And they're going to get a shot right here on a legal D. So let's see how they're going to close this thing up. Had to close it some more. 104-89. You got 4 minutes to go. I told you I wasn't going to put it in the popcorn maker just yet because this one's not over. And you're talking about the Christian Travelers, who are a three-point shooting team. So understand they can let that ball fly. And they do that well. That three-pointer was no good. You had a mix-up between the WAWG. They both were trying to get the ball, but they're on the same team. So one of them's got to speak to the other and say, I got it. But they got it right back, turnover, breakaway, and this was going to go right on down in there and get an and one. Now, they got an offensive layup, and what happened was the actual WAWG player was far ahead, and the Christian Traveler went over and fouled him. So they got the bucket. Yeah, that's in. So we're cruising, unwinding down, 3:45 to go, 107-91. The WAWG are in control. Well, Wang, you make it green, 110.91. That's a good long ranger. Oh, it's a good move. It's a good move there. Got a little break in the action there, about 38 feet away from the basket. There's a good pick and roll. He's doesn't want to take the shot. Got a long rebound coming out. They're going to advance that up. Oh, that's deep. That's deep, folks. Barely drew iron on that one. That was about from, again, 30 feet out. They're just winding it down now. They're just trying to run out the clock. Travelers just didn't get out the gate today. They just didn't get off to a fast start. And they picked it up, but they actually settled back, didn't get off to a second half fast start. And it expanded the lead. Now they're down 114 points, 112 they've given up. Which is quite a few points, but it's basketball. Sometimes you may feel things are going to come easy. First one's going to be good. But in pro basketball, sometimes you think you got a team beat. Sometimes you think the team's going to be at a disadvantage. A lot of times players get hurt because they don't have a certain player. Like I know every time John Morant get hurt, Memphis is going to play great basketball. Because the other teammates he have, they play well together. Even when LeBron doesn't play, the Lakers reserves play well together. So when you ever have somebody that's ball dominant, it does affect the team and how they actually prepare and what they do. Well, yeah, but this one's not preparation. This one's just not effort. There it is. There it is. Bang, bang. Turn around, bang, bang. My. Wow. Wow, bang, bang. Well, when you get two teams that know each other, they got to express it to each other, so they're just letting them know. But at the end of the day, it's basketball. Second one's no good as well. Now they're just down to run it out, make it simple. That's amazing right there. I can see where they're getting the opening. Yeah, they're just laying it up, guys. You know what? I've watched a lot of basketball. But I just say, I haven't seen this many layups in pro basketball. I mean, they could score, but man, they just decided we don't play defense. I don't know if they put that in the contract before they came out here that they weren't going to do that, but they're just not going to do it. Oh my goodness, he almost did it. Well, he's a crafty player, that guard. I mean, he knows the game. He's good at it, too. He's been hustling all game. He's never quit. He's got a lot of fire in him, and that's just what he is. Great player, though. That's going to wind it down. They're going to wind that out and let the Travelers get off one more shot. But they're going to wind it on down, let it go. That's good sportsmanship. That'll do it. You've got the Christian Travelers are upset by the WAWG, 116-98. This is the final Elite 8. We're going to take it down to 4. And the WAWG are going to move on. And this is the National Pro-Am Basketball Championship. And it's in Las Vegas, Nevada. And you got Delaware USA Sports. And also in association and partnership, HBCU Association, and also HBCU Sports. So the WAWG are going to continue on. Their prize is $100,000. They made it to the Final Four. And the Christian Travelers are headed back. They know each other. They got nothing. They're expressing love, nothing but hugs. These guys come from both Chicago, and they both know that only one can go on. So they met up, and it looks like the WAWG's going to be the one going forward. So that's what it is. We're going to wrap it up. This is Tom Nugent and Mike Walker, and we'll see you soon, and we'll have another game for you.